Why are we making a video?
Yeah, on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Classic fairy tales.
Okay.
So which one do you want to read about?
The little pigs.
The Little Pig.
Yeah.
3 Little Pigs on page 130.
So,
3 Little Pigs. Once upon a time, when pigs spoke rhyme, and monkeys chewed tobacco, and hens took snuff to make them tough, and ducks went quack, 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 oh. There was an old soul who had 3 little pigs. Now this wise mother pig knew that the time had come for her children to be out on their own, and even though it saddened her greatly to do so, she packed each one a lunch and sent the 3 pigs off to seek their fortunes. Tiny eyes wept salty tears as the 3 pigs left the homey comforts of rough trough and sty. With a final oinking sob, each walked through the gate and onto the wide world.
yeah, and a bad wolf.
The first pig to leave home soon met a man on the road who was carrying a load of straw. "Please, Mr. Man, will you give me that straw so I can build a house for myself?" asked the pig. The man did so, and the pig set to work, building himself a house of straw. When he finished, he was quite pleased with himself. He sat in the shade of the tree to enjoy his lunch. Suddenly, a wolf came down the road, and in an instant, the pig was inside the house. As the door bolt snapped shut, the pig breathed with a sigh of relief. Whew. But then there was a loud knock on the door, and he heard the wolf say, little pig, let me come in."
And I should let you.
The pig answered, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Well," said the wolf, showing his teeth, "then I'll huff, and I'll puff,
and
I'll
blow
blow
your house down."
Then the wolf, he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. Luckily, the little pig safely scrambled through the swirling straw and quickly ran off across the countryside. Meanwhile, the second little pig had met a man on the road who was carrying a bundle of sticks. "Please, Mr. Man," said the little pig, "will you give me that bundle of sticks so I can build a house for myself?" The man did so, and the pig set to work at once, building himself a house of sticks. When he had finished, he made himself a hammock to lay in the shade and enjoy his lunch. Suddenly, his brother appeared, running up the hill, waving his arms and crying that the wolf was close behind him. No sooner had the 2 little pigs scrambled into the house of sticks than, indeed, the wolf appeared. There was a loud knock, and the wolf said, little pigs, let me come in."
Not by the hair, I chin.
And the pigs answered, "Not by the hair of our chinny chin chin." "Well," said the wolf, "I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in."
down.
So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. Luckily, the pig scurried through the swirly sticks and scampered to the countryside. Meanwhile, the third pig, he had met a man on the road who was carrying a load of bricks. "Please, Mr. Man," said the little pig, "will you give me those bricks so I can build a house for myself?" The man did so. The little pig immediately set to work, building himself a house of bricks. When he finished, he was quite happy with himself. He sat down and enjoyed his lunch before beginning to dig in his garden. Suddenly, his little brothers could be seen running down the road, waving their arms and calling to him, "Drop the hoe, do not stay, the wolf will blow your house away." Third little pig said, "Come inside, double quick, my house is made of brick." In a moment, all 3 pigs stood behind the locked door of the brick house, and indeed, after a very short time, the wolf appeared. There was a loud knock at the door. He said, little pigs, let me come in." To which the pigs replied, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Well," said the wolf, "then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." So he huffed and he puffed and he huffed. But he soon learned that all the huffing and puffing, he could not even much loosen the shingle off the little pig's brick house. Little pig, said the wolf, catching his breath, I know where there's a wonderful field of turnips. Really, said the third pig. Is that so? Please tell us where we can go. Oh, said the wolf, smiling to himself, and Mr. Smith's field. If you ever would like, come by tomorrow morning. We can walk over there together. With a wink and a smile to his brothers, the pig replied, I was wrong. You're a nice guy. Let me know what time you'll drop by. Let's make it 6 o'clock, said the wolf. He slinked off down the road. Well, the little pigs got up at 5, went out, picked the turnips, and returned home just before the wolf arrived. Ready to go, said the wolf sweetly through the door. Ready? Heck, we're all done. We got up before the sun, laughed the little pigs. The wolf's eyes widened. He gritted his teeth in anger. But being a sly fellow, he had his breath waiting for a moment. Then sweetly before he said, well, little pig, let's not dwell on the past. I know of a wonderful apple tree nearby. Why don't we all go over there and pick some apples? Delightfully, yes, let's go. Tell us where and we'll know. At Merry Garden, says the wolf. So no tricks now. I'll see you there at 5. Once again, the little pigs got his brothers out of bed an hour earlier and headed off to pick apples, hoping to get back before the wolf arrived at their door. But the wolf was not so easily fooled this time, and the pigs saw him coming while they were still high in the tree. Little pigs, what a surprise to find you here so early, said the wolf, smiling. Tell me, are those apples good? Good, they're great, said the little pig. I'll toss one down if you just wait. And so he did. But the apple went over the wolf's head and rolled into the bushes. The wolf ran off to find it. In a twinkling, the pigs came climbing down from the tree, and they were halfway home before the wolf realized he was tricked again.
I tricked again.
Later, back at the pig's front door, the wolf and another outing in mind. There's a fair in Shinkling this afternoon. Would you say we walk over there together and spend all day? They agreed to meet at 1 o'clock, so once again the pigs set out much earlier than arranged. They went to the fair, bought a butter churn. On the way home, the pig had just carried to the top of the hill when they saw the wolf coming. Not knowing what else to do, they climbed inside the churn and rode down the hill. The sight and the sound of wooden churn rolling toward him so frightening that the wolf had ran home without ever going to the fair. Later in the pig's house, the wolf told the 3 little pigs how he had been frightened on the road by a rolling butter churn. Ha ha, old wolf, for a fool you've been taken. The butter churn was full of bacon. The wolf could hear the little pigs rolling on the floor in laughter. His patience was at end. Leave me on the roof, he shouted. Enough is enough, little pig. Tonight you shall be my supper. Immediately, the 3rd little pig realized the wolf was planning to come down the chimney. Placing a pot of boiling water over the fire, he stood back to wait. The first bits of chimney soot fell onto the pot, and the little pig removed the cover. Suddenly, the wolf came down the chimney and landed into the bubbling water with a splash. In an instant, the little pigs replaced the cover and boiled the wolf all up. In the evening, the 3 little pigs danced and sang and dined on wolf stew, which was the custom those days. They lived very happy in that little brick house, and perhaps they are living there still. The end.
And I'm gonna go another one. I'm gonna get another one.
It's a lot of stories in this book.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me another book.
A different book?
Another book.
Okay. He's been doing this all morning. I was trying to watch NCIS.
I like this one. This one got a lot of stories.
Was this the last one?
Yeah, this is the last one.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Okay.
Let's make it. We already got 2 videos.
Finding Dory. Dory was a happy young fish. She lived in an underwater home with her parents, Jenny and Charlie. But Dory had one little problem. Hi, I'm Dory. I suffer from short-term memory loss. To help keep Dory safe, her parents taught her to tell others that when she had a hard time remembering things. One day, a strong current in the undertow carried Dory far from home. Where are your parents? Asked the passion fish. I can't remember, said Dory. Dory told herself, just keep swimming. As the years went by, Dory forgot what she was looking for.
Mix.
Far out in the ocean, Dory met a clownfish named Marlin. She helped him find his lost son, Nemo. Through their adventures together, the fish became great friends. Dory joined Marlin and Nemo in the coral reef and lived next door to their anemone. Dory had a home again. Marlin and Nemo loved Dory and kept her safe. But one afternoon, a strong current spun Dory around, dropped her into the sand. She felt woozy and confused. The jewel of Morro Bay, California, she murmured. When Dory felt better, Nemo told her what she said. At once, memories came rushing back. I remember my family, Dory shouted. We have to find them.
No.
Max likes the story too.
Yeah, he liked to sit down until you're ready for both of us.
Dory, Marlin, and Nemo rode the ocean's currents all the way to Morro Bay, California. Mom, Dad, Dory yelled when they arrived. Dory had been home before. She had hermit crabs who was looking for her parents, two blue tangs named Jenny and Charlie. Jenny, Charlie, cried Dory. Shh, said the hermit crabs. A giant squid, bothered by the yelling, chased the three friends. They swam into the kelp forest, tried to escape. Dory looked for someone who could help them. She heard a woman's voice in the water calling, won't you please join us? Marlin and Nemo followed Dory to the surface. Welcome to the Marine Life Institute, boomed the woman's voice to the speaker. We believe in rescue, rehabilitation, and release. Suddenly, Dory was pulled out of the water.
Who's that?
Dory was tagged and put in quarantine in the area of sick, injured fish. She asked the octopus named Hank about Joe Morro Bay. This is the place, the Marine Life Institute. You're here, he said. Hank noticed Dory had a tag on her fin, and the tag meant she'd soon be transported to an aquarium in Cleveland. Hank desperately wanted to go there. Dory said she'd give him the tag if he helped her find his parents. Hank took Dory to a map of exhibits. Dory spotted a purple shell on the map that brought back another memory. Dory recalled lining up seashells with her parents. Her mom loved the purple ones. My home had a purple shell, she told Hank. Moments later, a human carrying a bucket of fish came down the hall. Dory leapt into the bucket as Hank dashed out of sight.
He dashed out of sight?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Dory and Hank ended up in a pool with a shark named Destiny. When the shark recognized Dory, we were pipe pals, Destiny told Dory. They used to talk to each other through the pipes. Dory was from the open ocean exhibit. Can you take me there? Asked Dory. Destiny and Dory could get there through the pipes, but Dory was worried that she'd get lost. Bailey, a beluga whale, could have guided her, but he said his echolocation wasn't working. There was no other way, said Hank. Dory remembered her dad saying, there's always another way. Then she spotted a stroller across from Destiny's pool. She had found another way. Hank pushed the stroller while Dory navigated, but after a few wrong turns, Dory and Hank crashed into the touch pool. It was a nightmare, just hand jab in front of every direction. Dory remembered her parents kept saying, just keep swimming. As Dory led Hank across the pool, somebody poked Hank and caused him to release his ink. And the water turned black, scared all the kids away. When Dory and Hank surfaced, they saw the open ocean exhibit. It was straight ahead.
What about that one?
That's the ink when he got poked.
No,
If an octopus or a squid gets scared, they got ink.
they got inked.
Meanwhile, Merlin and Nemo were trying to get inside the Institute to find Dory. Luckily, a loon named Becky agreed to fly. "Drop us anywhere," shouted Merlin. Becky hung the bucket on a tree branch and swooped to the ground for a snack. The branch catapulted Merlin and Nemo into a small tank of the gift shop. Nothing was going right. What would Dory do? They both asked. The two clownfish noticed the line of jumping fountains across the plaza. Without another thought, they leapt out of a tank and leapt along the jet of streams.
What the? No.
At the same moment, Dory and Hank were at the top of the huge ocean tank. "Look like this is it, kid," said Hank. "I have a truck to catch." Dory handed him the tag. "You know, I'm going to remember you," she said. She swam off to find her family.
Why?
Dory followed the lines of shells to her home. "Mom, Dad," she yelled, but no one was there. Memories flooded back. Both parents had warned her about the undertow, but one evening she swam out to get a purple shell for her mom. Dory went too close to the undertow and was pulled away. "It was my fault. My parents. I lost them."
Oh my.
A crab told Dory that all the blue tangs had been taken to quarantine. "They've been shipped onto a truck in Cleveland at the crack of dawn," she said. Dory had to get to the quarantine fast. "Go through the pipe," said another crab. "Two left and a right. Simple." Dory bravely entered the maze of pipes, but she was soon lost. She remembered her pipe pal. She called for help. "Destiny!" Destiny asked Bailey to try using his echolocation to help Dory. He sent out a loud call and listened for its echo. Little by little, the pipes came into focus. "It was working," Bailey shouted. Then she told Dory she had to go left. But something else was in the pipes too, and it was headed right for Dory. Dory screamed. "Oh no," Bailey said. "It's eating her." "Oh, Dory, why are you doing that? It's not cool." "Oh, Dory," Destiny sighed. But Dory couldn't have been happier. It was Merlin and Nemo. "How did you two find me?" asked Dory. "We're having a very hard time," asked Merlin, until Nemo asked, "What would Dory do?" Dory, Merlin, and Nemo came to the blue tank in quarantine. Dory's parents weren't there. "They had come here to look for you," said a fish, "but they never came back. That was years ago." Dory was stunned. "They're gone." Just as the blue tanks were about to be loaded into the truck bound for Cleveland, Hank scooped up Dory, then a human grabbed Hank, causing him to drop her. She slipped down the drain that led to the ocean. Once again, Dory was alone. She felt hopeless. Then she remembered Nemo's words. What would Dory do? Dory followed a path of shells. She saw two fish swimming toward her. "Dory, you here? You found us," said Jenny. Her parents explained when she got caught in the undertow, they went to look for her at quarantine. When they didn't find her, they went to search for her in the ocean. "Have you been here by yourself all these years?" asked Charlie. Suddenly, Dory remembered Merlin and Nemo. She had to get them out of that tank and off that truck. Dory and her parents swam to the surface. As the truck put away, she called Destiny and Bailey, and they both jumped in the ocean to help using his echolocation. The truck was headed for the bridge. Dory needed a plan. She asked herself again, what would Dory do? When she saw a group of playful otters under the bridge, Dory had a plan. The otters were happy to help. They climbed up the road, then Destiny flipped Dory onto the highway. The otters caught her. On Dory's cue, they all embraced traffic. Traffic came to a stop, and drivers admired the cuddly creatures. One of the otters opened the back of the truck and brought Dory inside. "You came back," shouted Nemo. "Of course," said Dory. "Your family." Merlin called for Becky to fly them out of the truck, but the loon flew off with only Merlin and Nemo. Dory and Hank were still on their way to Cleveland. Okay. Dory found another way out of the truck. The skylight.
Her parents. Yeah.
Hank scared off the driver and grabbed the wheel. He put Dory in a cup on the dashboard. "I steer, you navigate," said Hank. The two friends turned the truck around and drove into the ocean. Dory, her parents, Merlin, Nemo, Hank, Destiny, and Bailey were all reunited. Not long after, everybody was living happily together in the coral reef. Hank, Destiny, and Bailey enjoyed teaching at the school. And Dory loved playing hide and seeks with her parents just like they'd done when she was little. At last, surrounded by family and friends, Dory was truly home. One day, Merlin followed Dory to the edge of the reef, and the two gazed to the open ocean. "Wow," said Merlin, "it really is quite a view."
Why?
Dory smiled. Unforgettable.
Got a baby book.
No, you said this was the last one, and you promised.
Yeah. And I got another one.
That means you're breaking your promise.